Why do they say good morning? Is there a bad morning also? You have never heard people saying bad morning, even if they are feeling bad. So this word has become a customary, you know. And in the East, they'll called Ram Ram. Ram. Why do they call Ram? Ram means the eternal nowness, which is not one morning, one mood, another morning. You are eternity. Eternity and now, not then and there. The mind has invented this word, then and there, morning, evening. Look at you were talking just now, Mother Nature. The trees don't notice good morning, good evening. It's oneness.
Yeah, they just are.
They just are. There is no divisions. There is no division. They are in the eternal nowness. Do the dog walkers and dogs and cats, they say good morning to each other? And if someone bark a lot, does it say thank you or no thank you? Because there is no divisions there. It's oneness, it's the wholeness. Appear as two. If the little tiny dog and the big bulldog, they walking, suppose, and meet, how do they feel? The feeling is the similar. There is no comparison. Oh, you are big, you are small. There is no comparison. There are no divisions. So the grace of the Lord is prevailing. The here and now, once you taste that, then you will never. It's nothing wrong with the divisions. What is the addiction of good morning and bad morning? And then there is a God morning. God morning means the gracefulness of living here now-ness without the reaction, without the reactivity. So the word we gave, instant enlightenment, the enlightenment is not achieved by practicing, because the sacredness cannot be practiced or learned with the human effort. What human effort is to begin with? It's just a monkey mind jumping from one technique to other technique. But when you are established in the pure awareness, then no effort, no time, no seeking is there. No running around. Running around means monkey mind. Why the monkey mind jump? You watch the monkey, then you will learn. From one branch to another branch to another branch to another branch. The nature of the mind is that we are, we forgive the monkeys. It's not nothing against anything. Only human mind does not somehow feel contently content when we are in the state of the waking, sleeping, dream. All human beings go in these three states. Why it feel anxiety and restfulness? Why?
I don't know what.
No, suppose you observe or observe your life
Mm-hmm.
from 5, 10, 20, and 50. The objects have changed. Objects. When
Mm-hmm.
you're small, you are seeking football, you're seeking bicycle, and then car, and this. All the objects have changed. But the mind is seeking more, more, more. Is not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, also the mind, I think as you get older, it's seeking more in the future or the past and
Yeah,
less
that's all.
less
That's
now.
all. Past and future is not for the little. No, there is no past and no future. So who decides it? The body? Body goes on. Body grows. You do not give direction to the nails. Hey, you are growing, you are not growing. That's that's natural, automatic, natural.
Mm-hmm.
Then the mind seek sacred. Sacred means what is that will give me satisfaction. Of course, the fullness and satisfaction is different than the addiction. Addiction of the food or good food or tasty food
Mm-hmm.
through the tongue, through the eyes, going concert or listening, all those are the senses.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the five senses. Those are like, but we are entangled and involved into the material objective world, what we see with the eyes, forgetting the inward treasure which you already are. Because if you remember, in the very childhood, 5-year old, is there any anxietyful or worries? Body, mind, soul, all as one package, is seeing outer world, but not reactive mind is there. The same way, even you have grown older, every day, every night, human being experience that state which is beyond the waking, sleeping, dream. What is that state? Sound sleep. Sound sleep means the sound sleep of anybody means whether it is Trump or whether it's millennia or whether it's their children, the sound sleep is the same because there's no body,
Mm-hmm.
there's no mind. That is the recharge of the battery of the other day. So the real treasure you are seeking, whether through material or non-material, then it invented some word called God up there because it is used in the thinking mind that when I have to the fear of I will have to work to find something. But irrespective of all that, if watch and observe that pure awareness already is, and then it get entanglement into the outer world. Do you see?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Outer outer world is nothing wrong. You enjoy it more when you are not what you call entangled. What is the entanglement? Okay. Let's see like this. Make it very simple and very practical. The honey is there in this cup. The ant or the bee or the bird comes and it is tasting the honey. It like it, it like it, it like it. And it wants more, more, more. So it goes and walk and want more. Okay. By the time it has walked half the way, then it says, "Oh, I enjoyed it. I like it." It want to return back. But by the time it is more and more, it went the legs have gone more sticky, can't return. Like the light and the insects, they die, they
Trying
die.
to get the light.
Yeah, they attack because they think outside. They can't return and it dies.
Mhm.
The same way human mind similar. It's more because ask anybody whether it is rich guy or wanting, seeking more and more, anything. Object can change. Sex, drug, rock and roll, the same. But it is all the same. Object can change, but the very mind, actually, what the difference in the man and the monkey? Actually, monkey are more playful.
That's true.
Yeah.
Having way more fun.
More fun. Yeah, yeah. So the man, because they enjoy all kind of fruit,
And
okay,
trees, they're jumping and swinging.
jumping and playing, and the wow, what the curse in the man is the worry,
Yeah.
and worry causes the root cause of the blood pressure and what you call anxiety attack, and when it has got well fed and everything is there, then it has illusion of something is missing. That something is missing. You suppose God appears and say, "Okay, what do you want? I'll give you the boon, blessing, whatever you want." What would he ask?
What I ask?
Yeah,
Oh, you want to know what I would ask? Um, an easy life, no stress.
no stress. And it appear like that God will give you something, God is something, but the whole mind is what what is seeking or wanting is with from the mind and by the mind. If you are in the sound sleep, do you want anything? No, because you are already fulfilled and content in there. So the treasure you are seeking is not already within you, you are it. Only thing is that you have forgotten. You have forgotten means You have gone inside the middle of the ocean not knowing how to come out.
Hmm.
And that's why it is not about hard work or that, it is the qualitative shift of the uncorruptible innocence. Uncorruptible innocence, which already is.
Hmm.
Only the mind is very, very simple. It is because you cannot figure it out and you cannot think about it. Otherwise, they would have been selling the packages of God. They'll make pink God, red God, and would be selling it. But God is not for sale. The truth is not for sale. It cannot be sold and bought because it is not only a mystery but unknowable. Unknowable, why? Because it don't have limits and boundaries, so you can know. Yes, you're
Yeah, I think so.
see. You cannot figure out the hunger or love. So existential existence, as you said, is beyond the words and knowledge. And the one who is poured all the awareness into addicted objects of the world cannot return back to awareness because it has already invested all the money energy into dream world. Then they say you need a sadguru to show you the path. Now the sadguru uh, means the real teacher who don't because most of the teachers outside will give you the techniques, methods, books, but the really real teacher will show you that you the real teacher is within you all the time, knocking at your door, that oh poor man, what has gone wrong, why you have betrayed from the ultimate reality, from the ultimate truth. Ultimate truth means which you already are, but somehow you are lost in the dreamy world, dream. And there is nothing wrong with the dreamy world or dream as long as your real nature, the truth, is intact.
Hmm.
Yeah. So when you are fully as absolute awareness. And then the dreamy world, like the screen and the scenery. You put one movie, second movie, bad movie, good movie. Does the screen tell you that was good movie, that was bad? It does not even.
No.
Why?
Why does the screen not tell you?
Why the screen don't say, hey, you put a bad movie?
Because it's not human. The only ones who would do that are human. It just is. It's showing it.
Yeah.
It just is.
Pure awareness.
It's just reflecting.
Yeah, it's just reflections. Yeah, reflections are okay as long as if the screen get good, bad, and right, wrong, then it won't last. It get consumed by the scenery, and after 5-10 years there is no more screen. It will be triangle or something. You see?
Maybe we'll see that with artificial intelligence. That the
No,
computers will
artificial
start to interact.
intelligence is apparently not intelligent. The word for that is not intelligence. You should put artificial crookery or cunningness, because it is like genetic engineering. Suppose some company hire you, okay, change the fruits and vegetables to make it look big and more colorful. Because why? Because they're sellable quickly and easily. But they do not know that when you are messing with the mother nature, then it is not organic at all. It's not organic anymore. So that's what people are doing, that they take your memory, fit you in the plastic body, hands and legs, and you are walking, and the memory is fit there, but you are not a organic human being. You are a efficiently worker or a servant. You can do the killing machines and all that, but that's the whole difference. The Holy Scripture talk about the godliness and the Satan or devil or whatever, because man's mind can go upward or can go downward. Downward means self-destruction. Because who would like the memory to begin with? Would you, your memory is the same as of your grandfather, and grandfather has already essence in that. So who would like the, is a repetitive nonsense, unless it blows it up and I say, oh, I put the bomb in my own foot. Then it realized, but then it's too late. So that's what happened, so-called artificial crookery, not artificial intelligence, because there is no intelligence in that. Intelligence is in that what is eternal nowness that cannot be done and bought. Already you are fully fulfilled, because in that sound sleep there is no more running and seeking and anxiety. Even one gold bar or 100 gold bar, what would you choose? In the dream you would choose. In the dream you would have a choosing mind, because, oh, it's always this moment. But in the sound sleep, or in the death, there is no comparison anymore. Because that you already were in the mother's womb. No more, no more wanting. So you come out, you want to repeat that through luxury mansion, luxury tub bath is creating the same womb, means no wanting want. No wanting want. That is the absolute awareness. Even the little animal and cat are watching and they don't hurt anybody unless the hunger operates. The hunger, that's all they fulfill. But there is no violence in their heart. That okay, you see the big difference? But people get influenced by the wrong monkey mind. Oh, my these people, my neighbors, my other people have the Rolls Royce or better car, and I will become somebody if I go get those objects, those toys. Nothing wrong with the toys, but you have seen the children with one toy and 10 toys and 100 toys, and there are some kids who are even more anxietyful with the 100.
Yeah, and then they say, oh, I'm bored.
Yeah, I'm bored. So what is that I? Because actually they get bored, but they do not realize that it is I, because they got busy in new toys for a while. That's called entanglement. That's not. That's what the proof right there, that the material things can keep you busy, but not what you call fulfillment. It is called fulfillment. Filling is the filling the cup of the coffee, filling, but then it is again empty. So the very nature of the desire, becoming, from where it comes from, becoming, being. Mother source is being, human being, but it has got in the jungles of becoming, and it's seeking. You can never be away and out of God, because you are the God. God, not when you say God, then you will get like puffed up. So godliness means divinity. Ness is a happening if you can shut up, slow down, calm down. Within your breath is flowing here now. How one can taste the silence when the mind is chattering non-stop. The words paradise within you, as you, the word heaven within you, as you, here and now. But how can you taste the here now when you are stuck into the then and there? What is then and there? The clevery, crookery mind. What do I get? What do I get? How do I get? How do I grab? That's all. They are caught in the time capsule. There is no greater bliss than dying before dying. What that means? Dying to the worry and anxiety world and yet alive and aware here now. That enters the gates and doors of heaven, paradise. Instantly. Instantly means it's always instant. Always instant means that eagerness is always only available here now. The moment you think about it, you have stepped out of it. Because the time is in itself. The time is in the timelessness, not the other way around. Like if I think to put the ocean in my hand, is it possible? The whole ocean in my palm?
Hmm.
Yeah, I can try to capture, take the ocean, but the moment I open it already is. So letting go of this analyzing mind, me, who am I? So we put the veil and I cannot see. And even the clever mind cannot figure it out because it is made by the illusion. It's separate. Like no matter how clever you are, suppose if a question is put, what came first, the hen or the egg?
It's always the question.
Hmm?
That is always the question.
Yeah, but like, has it been solved?
No?
No,
Yeah,
it has not
because,
been solved.
yeah, the reason why, the reason, because the time itself is illusory. Illusion is the illusory because there is no hen and the egg. Is a eggy hen, henny egg. Is a new word, you know. So it appears as two, but is oneness. So that's how the mind get caught into the circle and circle and circle, and unless you throw out the mind and mind is blown away when you are oneness with the truth. Nothing but the truth. And the truth is the other word of the God. And then when we put the wrong word God, English is a very little poor language. It's actually godliness is not a pronoun or an object. It is nothing but the oneness. If you see the living being, if the beings are reflected in the different level of consciousness. People live at the lower level than the dogs and cats. You know, that's the human being has a whole spectrum. It can reach, it can go down worse than the imagination of devil or whatever. That's why they say the fangs of fire and it can go divinity in no time. Even you accumulate or get $1 trillion, win a lottery of $1 trillion, that won't even give you 1 trillion joy and bliss of the one who is the in that space of beingness, who is one with the. Because all that more is seeking what? No more. Why? Because there it can rest and sleep. The ultimate of all pleasure is the being. And then the joy start coming. Then one don't invest money into getting this object, getting all that is gone. The ultimate royalty is the being. True human being. Or you can put a word, the fourth state of being, not get stuck in the dream, sleep. Sleep is more inertia, different kind of words. Dream, sleep, waking state. Waking all consumed by the thoughts and material world. But the fourth state is that womb state. Womb means that one you are with the nothing but the wholeness. Not as a person, as a name and form, but nameless and formless, infinitely whole, eternity, eternal now. How simple, how easy, easier than the easiest, simpler than the simplest is the easiness. So don't be too serious. If you are too serious, then means you are again in the time capsule. That's why I call the Sadguru Ramana the greatest scientist of all time. And they look like the yogi, but they are the scientists of all times. Why? Because they have found time space person, the reality, the truth of time space person. No bigger scientist of missiles and weapons and all that is not even 1 millionth equal to the great yogi Ramana Maharishi. Why? Because no matter what bomb, what machine you invent, what genetic you invent, this is all the dream world. You see?
Mm.
You are only juggling the dream world. Wake up and know who am I. Then no more quarrel, no more fighting, no more just floating. And there is a difference in floating and swimming. The material world is swimming, always effort, 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 effort. New telephone, new cell phone, new better bathroom, new. It is, I'm not content. I want, and the other one, no dream, no seeking. The awareness, the child, the 5-year-old child, is only looking, but without get impressed by anything. Why? Eternal impression is the divinity. So it doesn't get impressed, it just only looks. The mind it knows which house it has to go, which road it has to go, but not the mind. That's why the example of the lotus flower, living in the world but not of it.
Mhm.
In the forest or in the pond, ocean, 1,000 kind of plants. There are one glued, black, all. Why give the example of the lotus flower? Because it can live in the any time, any world, any people, but never opposite, never war, because they ask for it. So everybody is living according to their level of consciousness. When mind is pulled out and it says, "Oh, I'm excited, I'm this," that is after a while, that is only fake appearance. Those people, who uh, kind of skin deep pleasure, those things are for those who are not rooted into the bliss. Bliss is the pleasure which is no stop. No stop means, non stop means 24/7. And the proof is very breathing. If breathing is taken out and everything else is given to you, you don't want. You want the breath first. But breathing is not important nowadays because that is the ultimate of all. And now they are realizing, because of the virus, that oxygen cylinder is so important.
Mhm.
So, and then there are layers of oxygen, the consciousness, which is mother oxygen, means the being, which never come, never go, which is nothing but the wholeness and fullness. But in the apparently world, we give importance to the name, fame, which is fake. So one poet said, the poet, जहाँ गई चिंता मिटी बिन आवे परवाह जाको कछु न चाहिए वो ही साहमसा. What that means? The one who don't want anyone is the king of all kings. King of all kings means yes, it already is the fully fulfilled, because in the company of the richer than the richest, I have even traveled with the richest man in the private jet, private jacuzzi, and what have you, but cannot sleep, loaded with the anxiety, filled up with the anxiety. That's like the wounds inside the head. And they may look dressed very well. So is the so many politicians, they run around in the jets and all that, but inner wounds in their head. That's why the anger comes out in the form like the atom bombs. Anger, anger, anger. Why? It is a sickness because they have lost the bliss. Become one with the wrong gang, the mind. The worldly material objects, they are like entanglement is the addictions, different kind of addictions. Someone says, oh, I have 10 houses. They fool like a big balloon. That's how this circus goes on. And the person who is poor will be get impressed by the addictions. 36-roomed mansion, 36-roomed mansion, 30 bathroom. You can't even use one. And after a while, you feel more and more miserable. If you are any intelligent, if you are full, you can continue that what you call a fake decoration, fake forgetfulness, fake entanglement. Suppose people get entangled, sex, drug, rock and roll, drug, what that do? What that do? For a while, your that painful mind which was giving you pain, make it dull. Dull means for a while you are not feeling that pain. So that is what the painkillers, modern painkiller do. That for a while you don't feel that restless and pain, but after some time it comes back again. Then they do more, and then they don't know when they become the victim, then who has it? Are you enjoying the houses or the house is having you? Or any object of addiction? You are enjoying them or the addiction is dancing you? So, oh, is nothing wrong with those people. Only thing is the whale after whale, just few whales.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's just the whale. Whale mean the dust. Suppose if there is dust on the computer screen, can see the screen clearly. That's all. It's like the dust on the eyes called what do you call that? Catria? Cataract?
Cataract.
Yeah, cataract. The eyes are there, but cannot see because is the cloud. Why one love the Sadguru? Sadguru means the truth bearer because one is with the truth. Otherwise, there are many levels on material world. They love thy neighbor, but they love their husband, kids more. But who is beyond everything? That is the truth. Who loves the truth? The one who is highly evolved, because there is nothing but the truth. Why the truth? Because eternal nowness. In that eternal nowness, you don't need to swim. It is just a floating float like the clouds pass by before the ocean. It's a divine living in here now. Apparently, the greater sages, they appear like beggars, but they are begging for your wisdom, for your truth. So who is the seer? The seer is the awareness. Never feel lonely, never, because all oneness, aloneness, all oneness. Otherwise, you can be with 1,000 people, or 2 people, or 5 people. Big ego still will feel lonely and more lonely. Even in the same bed, 2 people sleeping, running like a two rat race, still feel lonely. Has to be, because the mind is capping. There will be movie without words. That's for sensitivity. Sensitive. One shows even a movie on a rose flower, on a flower, how it get nurtured through the colorless sap and how it opens. There's no effort. There's a whole movie one can make, but that's for advanced people. The other people, you even scream and they won't hear or listen because, like a person who has cataract, You can show any light, big bulb, bigger bulb, they can't see. That's how the world is. Many, many levels of consciousness, you know. Don't change the world, change thyself. Change thyself. How can you change the world when you have not changed your own self? Anything to say?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Learned a lot.
Huh?
I learned a lot today.
So we can edit.
No, you end stream.
Yeah, I wanted to hear from you. And
And